What if the frequencies like love, gratitude, power, choice, what if all those frequencies you can be because you're an infinite being and you can also be money at that higher frequency too and allow it to come in all ways. The universe does not require you to work for money. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Jennifer Blackard.
And I'm Leonka Reina.
And this is the Hout Hustle Mystic Morning Show. Today, we are going to talk about the energetics of money, which I have personally been obsessed with. You remember those days when I was obsessed with Joe Dispenza? Well, we've just taken Joe Dispenza to the next level, and it's all about the frequency of money.
The money manifesting time. We'll talk about the manifesting.
First, if you are on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell because we love having brand new subscribers and we'd love to welcome you in. If you don't know more about us, please sign up for our newsletter at houthustle.com. So let me take you into the story.
Yeah,
Bianca's been watching this behind the scenes, and we need a show alone just so that we can talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
I am just on fire around it. And here's really where I have even gotten some proof of concept from the universe. So over the weekend, I spent my time really saying, what is it that I would like to shift? What is it that I'd like to change in all of my life? And I spent a little time really crafting and creating what my life might be like if my beach house sold. That's been on the market for ever. Like it's been on the market since like early November. And we get one or two people in or this, that, and the other. Well, recently, as you guys know that have been following along, I had some guests, incredible friends come, and they also came to the beach with me that weekend. And they brought up, what are you doing to sell this? And I'm like, the realtors got that. And I just was in this like whatever mode. And I'm thinking, well, heck, I've got some of this wooey manifesting skills. Let me put on the gas pedal to this. I did. And yesterday we got not one, but two offers on it, which is just like we hardly even have people like going in there and looking at it.
Wow.
And it was just kind of that moment where I was like, wow, maybe this actually worked. And at the same time, I'm like, of course this worked.
Yeah, it's what I teach, right?
No.
It's the stuff that
but there's still like that level
Yeah.
of that doubt. Thank you guys in the chat. That's not necessarily what this is going to be about, but I did want to I just like sharing things with you. We want this to be like an interactive workshop today because there's been questions that I've been playing with around wealth, money, abundance, prosperity, all the words, investment, conscious spending, even like triggering words like earning.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Earning, income. I've been playing with all the words. So this may be triggering for you.
Let me tell you, this money workshop, this money lessons, or the information that we're going to share has been a long time coming, and we've been working on it behind the scenes, even on our own lives, just like Jenna shared, for
Years.
Many, many, many years, through knocking down paradigms, exploring them, and really studying, really like going through these books and
Word for
right,
word. I mean,
looking
this
at
one,
how one compares to the other.
Toast, and it's got notes throughout the whole dang thing. I mean, I was like,
I'm all
oh
proud
my
because
God.
that's the one I shoved at her. I was like, you got to have this one.
And today, I think we'll share a little bit about our money stories
Yes.
because they're so like two extremes different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could
And
be.
yes, we still
Yeah.
have these limiting beliefs that are stopping up our money flows. And you should know at one time I used to be like, well, I can just turn on the faucet again. But you kind of wonder, why didn't I just keep the faucet on all the time? Was one of the things that came up a couple weeks ago. I was like, dude, and that faucet came with hard work.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like limiting lockup right there. So I want you to bring out a journal. We're going to go through some questions from a very energetic standpoint. And I want you to play with this. And as we do, Leonka and I will start sharing some of our money stories. And I'm hoping you guys will start sharing your money stories too. The first question is, what is money? And I want you guys to put 1, 2 words, a couple words in the chat about how you define money. You can write it in your journal too. Don't feel like you're going to be called out on this show.
Yeah, sure.
We will keep your names out of the feed today.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, money, the conscious part of me wants to say, oh, it's currency. But to me, it's a barter system.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the way in which we have assigned value in order to obtain the things that we need within this supply and demand reality.
Yeah.
So again, the conscious person is like, oh, it's currency. And the way I may see, even the way I say it has
I wouldn't even think so.
has a condescending
Today,
kind of.
I wouldn't even say it's that.
Yeah.
I mean, what I'm playing with, I wouldn't say it's even currency. I think that's a conclusion
Exactly.
too.
All of it is a conclusion. Even the way I say it and the way I view how it would come out of my mouth, it still has a condescending kind of way.
So this is my book, Seven Dragons, A Guide to a Limitless Mind, that I wrote in 2007.
Completely channeled.
Pretty much completely channeled, but not from all of the lightness, because when you get to the money chapter and the money dragons, there's a bunch of conclusions in here. And I said, embrace the money rules. Money is used. This means money never uses you, which is cool. But it does make me feel like it's a little limited still. And we'll go there today.
Go ahead.
This includes life sacrificing actions you take to receive it, which is
Oh, ouch.
I know.
Ouch. Life sacrificing. Like think about how heavy that feels.
Well, I mean, how many people out there they're working at McDonald's just so they can pay their rent?
Well, doing this business has been a life sacrificing.
I think. Yep. Yeah, except you've gotten gifts on the other end of it too.
Absolutely. Yeah. But do I have to sit there and say, okay, do I not spend in the way that I did before? Absolutely as well, right?
Yeah. The second one is money does not come to you by chance. You choose to have an abundance of money. I do still believe that is true for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Money matters when it's used. It should not be hoarded. It must circulate, which is something that this book from my father forced me the money rules.
I had a boss that made us read that.
Oh, this book.
Uh-huh.
I've gone back and read parts of it, but it's so heavy. Money must flow like water. Is your money evaporating? Or is it accumulating? Where do you get in the way of your natural flows? Add a short journal entry. And there's more. If you fear or worry about money, money won't come to you. That's a little bit of a conclusion, but sometimes a little bit right. And I kind of want to talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit about like where my head was in 2007 around money, and my father really just forcing money into my life like no other.
Bless him though. Yeah.
Bless him for doing it, because if you guys don't know me, in 2011 we together, Leonka was my manager in the business at the time, made $1.2 million that one year. I can force money in my life just fine. And that's me turning on the faucet. But I really feel like for all of us, there's this new way that we can be with money. So I wanted to look at the chat and see what you guys are saying about money.
We'll just say the words. We won't say your names. Don't worry.
Yeah. So,
okay, let's
see. We
So money is a frequency
frequency
of
of,
giving and receiving.
I like that.
Freedom.
I would shift that to it's a frequency of contribution, and we'll talk about elevating this frequency.
Okay.
Freedom, feel that. A tool, that's where I used to be, but I don't agree with it anymore
Okay.
necessarily.
Energetic currency. Someone else who said what I
Okay.
said. It's really only
My husband's
lack
black
of
money.
mindset that allowed to hold me back, fully embodying the principle that is here and ready and already done. Okay. Most are in survival mode surrounding money. I was in the past.
Great.
Okay.
Great. So that's question one. So question two then is, what does money mean to you? What does money mean to you? And I would have to say, freedom is right up there.
I like freedom
And let's play with some of these energetics now.
because that's a
So
value of mine.
if money is freedom, how much are you being free in your life, in the frequency of what you live with day in, day out, and especially when it comes to money?
When I remember that I'm an infinite being, then money,
Don't always know that anymore.
and I remember.
Okay.
Because there's moments where we forget, just like when you had to get your air conditioner redone, right? Those
Yeah.
are moments when we would forget that we're infinite beings and we can rise above. So when I remember that I'm infinite being, then money is not my freedom. I am free.
Yeah.
And so in those moments, then I can make a different choice. But when I tend to look at the universe or look at right in front of me and something's like, oh, here's your bill for this. And if you don't pay, you're going to have bad credit or something like that. Then I'm like, oh, right. So that's what I call a beyond. What is money for me?
What does it mean?
What does it mean? Uh, You know, I still come back to freedom though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say that too, that is probably the best word for it. To have fun, okay. Yeah, be blessed.
And to help others have freedom too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Cool. Yeah,
Freedom to have
freedom to have
experiences. Yeah.
That's beautiful, right? And that is what it is. And then I guess the next question that I want to ask, that's not even one that I wrote down, but okay, so if you had more money, or if you had it so that you felt free, what does that look like to you? What would being rich in your way mean to you? Clearly, freedom for life experiences, freedom to travel, free to invest in nonprofits, free to give back.
That's exactly
I
what was
mean,
coming through my mind. Yeah.
freedom to invest more money on this platform so that we can help more people.
Become free around money.
Right.
Yes. That's like my dream, right?
Yeah.
Is to have more people have more money so that they can invest in the people and the things that they feel are important to them. So they continue to give back. Like that's that and that money replenishes itself.
Yeah. Right. Well,
hmm
it replenishes itself if you believe it'll replenish
Yeah,
itself.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that's the real freedom. Like it replenishes itself. It's an amount that without having to think about it, there's people to take care of all of the different pieces and continue, and then you and I being able to continue to go around and show other people how to get free
Yeah. Let's see what you guys said on the chat.
and create legacies in the lives of themselves and others,
Yeah.
right? In those places that matter, that are dear to their hearts.
It's where I'm headed, complete freedom with money.
There
Love
you
it.
go.
I would say yes to my desires.
Yes.
And that is where this is going. The, the amount of times I've said, look, it's almost like God was like, we're just going to strip you away of all your remembrance. We're going to dump you here on earth. And all you need to do is love and follow your heart.
Yeah.
And I really feel that is how it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And if we could simply go back to that and say, gosh, God put these desires in my heart, why am I, having to scramble to find resources, we're not even going to call it money, to make it happen, you know? And that scrambling is somewhere in your belief system. Yeah,
Sometimes that makes me mad to hear that
yeah.
though.
This is a good one. Buy land for animal and plant habitat.
I love that.
I mean, talk about a vision, a
See?
desire in your heart,
Yeah.
a vision.
And that's exactly what I would love to do. I'd love to be able to show you and many other people how to get free, how to have so much money that you buy land for the animal and planet habitat. Like that's beauty right there.
That is
Like,
so beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah. Here's some other questions related to it. What does money feel like to you? So if you would go and go, okay, money in my body, money in my body, money in my body, are you resisting it? Are you fighting it? Are you saying, okay, please, 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 as a relationship, come to me? How does it feel in your body? Because this is when it really started waking up in me.
Does it have feeling?
Yeah. Or you're like, nope, don't even want to look at it.
Right.
Bye-bye. It's uh, stable and free. I love that
Uh,
one. Good.
but for those who are not feeling
Like
so
say,
stable and free,
who
does
does
it?
not want to, who doesn't want to look at this,
Right.
who would rather, yeah, just be like, yeah, because I've been there.
When you think about money, does it have a sinking feeling or a light feeling?
Hmm.
What does
Right.
it feel like in your body? Like, does it feel here or do you feel here?
And
Just take note of it.
let me just introduce this with a little awesomeness attached. What if all that it feels like does not have to be that? What if money is something totally different than you've defined it to be,
Mm,
that it means to you?
mhm,
And what if it is truly, I am love, I am gratitude, and I am money
mm.
at that high frequency? Now, I did have a little conversation with a Palladian last night that said, be careful with it because money is beginning to show up on a high frequency level for you, but there aren't people that are there yet. So, right now, what it feels like or what you sense and perceive around money may be in a space of fear or lack or doubt or run or fight or flight, right? All those primal survival feelings. So, my invitation for you is to invite in this call where money can show up to you in all unexpected ways. Do not conclude that you've got to work for money. Do not conclude any of this because what if that is not how it works? What if it is simply a frequency match? You want to find love in your life, you have to love yourself. You want to find money in your life, you have to love on money in your life. And when I got to that, I mean, it was powerful for me. And I was like, I know how to shift frequency. I can do this. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are to say anywhere where someone is rejecting this belief, anywhere that or anything that we're saying here, would you be willing to destroy that and then create it now?
Yeah. I mean, this is going to fight up against every single belief system.
Anywhere that makes you piss the hell off
Yeah.
that someone could say to raise your frequency about money because money had seemed elusive, would you destroy and create that now?
Yes, please.
Anywhere where money pisses you off in any way, if because somebody else didn't have the money and they may have suffered for it, even across the world, would you destroy and create that,
Yeah.
please? And for this, anywhere where you are unwilling to put aside just for a little while and just for this call, anything resentment, place destruction, unhaving, and worry, fear around money, would you destroy and create that now?
Wow.
Thank you. So this from this place, you can have a more clean slate and just receive for just this call. Anywhere that thick's still coming up for you, would you just try and create that, please?
Like we got it like
And take a breath. Thank you. Thank you. That's all we're asking. Just this call.
suspension of disbelief.
That's right.
Or should it be suspension of your belief?
That's right.
Yeah. All right. So we're just playing. I know this can be a little heavy. Here's a couple more questions that, and really what we want to do is bring up all these triggers,
Yeah.
all this resistance, all this fight. And instead of going, hey, there's one limiting belief, let's shift and change that limiting belief.
The little voice.
No, we don't want to change just one limiting belief. We want to change the whole being around this belief.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So when you hear the word money,
Woo.
what is the first feeling that arises in your body? Go ahead and put it in the chat.
I feel like we need some music like that.
I know.
Yeah.
Jeopardy. Happiness. Okay. Wasn't expecting that.
Tightness in my stomach.
Okay. That's kind of what I was expecting more of. Not concerned about money, yet I put it out of my intention in a heartfelt way that almost seems a little bit like avoiding, but it shows up when I need it. Okay, so there's the belief. It shows up when I need it. But what if it was in overflow? Like what if the belief went from it shows up when I need it to it's always there? It's always there. I couldn't find the journal that I wrote. I wrote, money comes to me with blah, blah, blah. Money comes in all these different ways, right? I have a journal here and it just has these lines and these pages because I wanted to change it back in the day. Happiness, love that tightness in my stomach. But we can talk about that just in a second.
Expansion in chest. Restriction, both physical and emotional levels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's bust some of these. Let's just find out what it is. And you don't have to share it on the chat, but you can if you want to, because then we can actually process you around it. So if it feels like tightness, if it feels like avoiding, if it feels like, yes, I want, but I can't, or another limiting belief, can you come up with words that would match or like feel a frequency into it just a little bit more? So this tightness in my stomach, like, what is that? Right? What is that? And you're okay. It's okay to say that it feels like lack. It's okay that it feels like worry. It's okay that you don't know where it's going to come from. You can say all of those things. Today you can. No, I'm just kidding. But words are ghosts. No.
Words are codes. What comes up for me and what may help others is I was telling Jenith before this call started that she and I come from two different walks of life when it comes to money. And my walk of life was one of the things I always think about is like going back on my mom or whatever. And I love my mom. She and I have a great relationship. She's doing amazing. But we were at a point of time where I put down a deposit for her for $1,000 just on a rent house because I knew she needed a new place to be, and I could not have her live with me anymore. So I put, and she was like, "Oh, I'll pay it. I'll pay it. I'll pay you back." Right. And so I went ahead and wrote the check to the person. And then I later on got in trouble and I got pulled over for, I think, I got pulled over and then they were like, "Oh, you have a warrant for your arrest." And I was like, "What?" And they were like,
You got
"Yeah."
pulled over in a car.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they were like, "You have a warrant for your arrest." And I was like, "What?" And they were like, "Yeah, you're a hot check writer." And I was like, "You got to be kidding me." And And yeah, my mom never paid me that money. Never, I mean, I knew that it was going to bounce. I didn't know what to do. And, just going through that whole process of like, yeah, I guess I've got to go to this class. And, the judge was really nice on me because I explained the story. But, at the same point, there was a level of responsibility on my part too.
Sure.
But I mean, back then, $1,000 was a lot, right? Because we're talking over 20 years ago. And so, uh, and I didn't know. I mean, it felt like a betrayal in the money sense. And I never really ever struggled with money because I always knew that I could, make it back or whatever, but I always felt responsible for everyone else when I had it. And
Okay,
so
so you see two beliefs
right
there.
there, right
Right.
there.
Yeah.
And
I
so
always knew I could make it back, but I felt responsible.
for everyone else when I
Mhm.
had it. And that was the honest to God truth. I was responsible for
Would
everybody else at that
if
time.
you were responsible, then wouldn't that make you almost not want to have money?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So everywhere where that still exists in your world or your land, would you just turn and take
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Yeah,
And I think a lot of Hispanics have that as well.
sure.
Because, we're always raised to like go to work and then give back to the family.
Yeah.
They did a lot of sacrifice for us. And so, and such, we hold those beliefs as well. Now, most Hispanic parents don't, cheat their kids out of the $1,000, right?
Yeah,
Right. Or
sure.
have them go to a hot check class. But my mom was just living. She was a party child. So, but that is one of the ways in which it still sticks me and probably shows up in different areas of my life today. And for whatever reasons, we have these, little stories that come back and haunt maybe or show up in these odd ways. Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate those?
Yeah.
And take a breath. I just wanted to share that because I wanted others to know that this comes from a really real place. This information, the study, the understanding of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my dad always used to say, if you ever give anybody money, never expect it back.
My grandpa used to say that all the time.
Yeah.
And I did live by that rule all the time
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for it was my mom. What was I going to do? Let her be on the streets?
Yes. Actually,
As a homeless person.
my dad says yes to that. Like
But your
for real.
parents, as a homeless person, I did end up having to do that. But it
You,
was the hardest thing I'd ever done in my life.
yeah.
Was to drive my mother to a homeless shelter.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy, y'all? Like, think
That
about
is,
that.
no.
That's tough, the toughest type of love. And I took her to go find a place to actually have a bed at a halfway home. And I had a perfectly good home. I had extra rooms. This was the hardest thing that I'd ever done in my life. Yeah.
This is a
But it
good,
changed her life.
yeah. Well, so sometimes not giving people money changes their life
It did.
because they will like pull up their bootstraps and figure it out. And my dad kind of has the belief that that's always true. And yet, if they're like, he used to have these stack of dollar bills, and if there was somebody on the street, he'd just be like, everyone has a hard time.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
But if it would be something, like, constant asking, like more than once, like I remember my sister needing tires for her car once, and I had a lot of money, and I was like, here, it was just very much like, and I didn't expect it back.
Yeah.
And she did give it back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's very, very generous.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
Despite, and maybe that's to her fault a little bit.
I think that the time that, and we don't want to go on a tangent over here, but just so that I clear my mom's name a little bit, but that did change our entire relationship. And just the other day, she sent me a check for 500 just so that in advance to our trip, and then
Oh,
she's saved up, $40,000 just for us
so
to
you've
put down on a
already changed somebody's life around
yes,
money.
yes.
That's
Yeah, to save up for a beach house. Like, I mean,
yeah.
the things that have changed in her world because of that decisions and my own
Yes.
around that really, golly, isn't that crazy? Like you
It
change
is.
you and everyone else around you changes. Like
But
that
it's
was
so
it. Like if I
evident.
kept being just, what is that called? An enabler. Then
Yeah.
we could have stayed in that dynamic, but because I changed, she changed
Well, that's what I said,
and she wanted to as well, right? Yeah.
and
I
I
needed
think
to give her space to do so.
yeah. And you kind of got to tap into the energy to go, do I want to give this money to the person? Would this extra money actually change their life? Or will it make them more a victim and more, I can just keep asking for money?
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll get evidence and awareness around that so that you can, flow with the decision better too.
Or you could, or conversely, you could also be the person that's receiving. And you're like, oh, I just know it's going to come, rather than asking your own self to step up,
Mhm.
right? So that might be another way too. Are you the person that's someone else is enabling? And if you are, then where are the areas where you could step up and just be a bigger and more dynamic, right?
Right.
Are you holding off from maybe doing some more, pottery, or selling some of your art? What would you be like if you had more of, I don't want to say the pressure, but if you were, if you were being asked of your own self, demanded of you, I don't even want to use that word, but demanding of yourself, like, I'm going to create more,
Yeah.
right? So sometimes we can fall into those easy traps too, where things are just so comfortable. Even the universe is providing all the time.
Yeah.
Is the universe just enabling me, right? Like to stay in my comfort zone, or is it asking of
Well,
me?
it's matching your beliefs. Here's a belief on the chat. I always believed it had to be an exchange, which would always keep you working a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if you had an investment account? Is that an exchange? Because I mean, people are utilizing your money when it is in that fund.
Yeah, I
I
think,
think that I think that's kind of the question you have to ask. Is it an exchange on your part, or is it the frequency of exchange? Does that make sense? Still seems when I put money in my investment account, I don't think of it as an exchange though.
no.
No. So everything that is, would you destroy and uncreate? One,
Yes.
two, and three. That's a good one though.
Energy
Energy
exchange.
exchange is important. Even barter. That's a limiting point of view a little bit, but I see your point.
We're
So
not trying to call everyone out. It's just it's like, can you ask yourself just to maybe come from a tiny bit more of expanded?
expand it.
Because a lot of times, all of this stuff that we're talking about, all of these things that we've learned through the programming here on Earth and through our supply and demand, there it's wrong. It's just wrong, period. There is more than enough to go around. There is, how can I say this better? Expect miracles is the way that we should be operating within our lives. We could be operating. I don't want to say the word should. We could be operating, but many a times we come up to everything saying, I've got to give so you can receive. And then it's just this, there's this people that have, and then they have not because there's not enough. When we come from a place of there's more than enough from everyone, everything, all the time, it's replenished. That is how we were meant to be here on this earth. And many a times it's hard for even me to say it, and it's hard for me to hear it.
Yeah.
But in my innate, like when I go back out to being an innate infinite being, I know that to be true. Like I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What makes me kind of play with the idea of like billionaires and especially the oil tycoons. I mean, they're in no way bartering or exchanging. They are like, yeah, we're drilling. And they're really, seeping from the Earth's resources. Wouldn't it make more sense that those of us that are Navy SEALs of consciousness here, that we would actually go out of our way to create wealth in a way that is more sustainable for Mother Gaia? I can't express that enough, how important it is now for us spiritual beings to go, I'm gonna choose it.
I'm like, it's your turn. It's our turn.
It's finally
Like this is why you share. And this is why we say to share the video, right? Or like and subscribe so that we tell the algorithms.
shake you.
Yeah, like, it's our turn. Like we're gonna keep telling everybody, right? And we're gonna keep each other. We're gonna learn how to get free with money. You're gonna teach other people how to get free with money. Like this is the way. It's you. It's y'all.
Yeah. Are we working? And this is a resource for you to change? Yes. But are we desiring to create wealth through this and helping create impact on all levels, even if it's Micah's Fix Your Teeth course through
Yeah.
the energetics? Those things still help beings create
Yes.
through change and learn more about the energetics and how they work through your body. I don't necessarily understand all the mechanisms of how this energetics works through the body,
But it's true.
but I know it's true because I have witnessed it and witnessed it day after day after day.
Yes.
So,
And we've seen other people grow, right? You've seen them.
yeah. It's parental. Let's read this one. My parents asked me to buy a house for them to live in. So there you go, kind of,
Yeah.
parents asking.
Yeah.
And I have loaned and given them money, and they usually never pay it back. I also feel like I can only have so much. There is a limit to what I can have. So there's so much to dissect here. First of all, you know,
Bless you.
bless you for
Yeah.
doing that. That's big in your heart. But how much of you gifting them money over and over and over again has that actually been a choice that has contributed to your life? Or has that been a choice that has diminished your life? And you need to choose that for yourself and really come from a place of choice and go, wow, I made this choice to contribute. So there's no way that you can feel bad about it unless you thought they were going to pay you back. Um, but it also gives you awareness about who they are and who you come from. And if they come from that space, that might be somewhere in your energetic frequencies. So all the entrainments, the oaths, the vows, the commitments to the parental primal alignment that you have with them, will you destroy and uncreate everything that
Oh,
is?
yes.
1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
Mm,
Um, I believe that I bring a lot of money to other people around me.
that's
That's
probably,
probably true.
yeah, I feel that for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that light in your world would be the question, right? And if it's light in your world, then great. Congratulations and go for it. But if it's heavy in your world, you need to sit back and go in and go, well, why am I making these choices?
Mm.
My sister she runs a Batteries Plus franchise, but it's not in massive abundance or anything, right? She just runs like one of the little shops, and she has wanted to move it into a bigger place so that she's got space to do Batteries Plus, and she also wants to do some other things around other things. And she's like, I found this perfect spot, and I would love if you would invest $50,000 in it and co-sign the loan. Now, she knows I have the money, and especially at the time she asked. And it was like, I can't. Like, literally, I don't want to lose my relationship with you over this. But no, I'm not interested in investing in this thing.
All right. It wasn't your,
It
right.
wasn't aligned.
Yeah.
And I knew myself well enough that I had to say, and it did. She was like, I knew I couldn't count on you. And she was so freaking mean to me at the time. And at the same time, I knew this is my choice. This is my life. This is how I'm creating my life.
Yeah.
And I think that it's really important for us to have those boundaries around people and around our money. All right. Kids didn't like me because I was spoiled, but I wasn't aware I was more well off. That has been a huge block in my lifetime. Interesting.
So everywhere where you're still trying to not have money so that people won't so that people will like you.
Yeah.
Will you destroy and create that now, please?
Yes, please. Oh my God.
Oh,
Wow.
everywhere where you're allowing
She's on that
money
one.
to be the differentiating factor between you and other light beings, other humans, other beings, would you destroy and create that now, please?
Yes, please.
And this is for everyone, everywhere where any of us, me,
Yeah.
are using money as a differentiating factor between us beings, we destroy and create that now, please.
Yes.
Ooh, wow. So that also came back to the oil tycoons.
Uh-huh.
We, in some way, could be using money to create that differentiation. And what's being asked of us, and what just dropped in right now, is that we look at it from a different perspective,
Mm.
all of it. And when we can come from that place of a different perspective, then we can equalize and neutralize the charge that money, ooh, that charge that money has on us. Ooh, everywhere where we're unwilling to do that because we have a place of beliefs, would you destroy and uncreate that now?
Yes.
And take a
And
breath.
I
Thank
almost feel
you.
like we've got to run it a few different ways
I know.
because
Go
I feel
ahead.
like it's not
Go
like, oh
ahead.
my God, I don't know. Why don't you give it another try? Because I don't know that I even got it all. I feel like that's such a bundle of money.
Everywhere where we're using money
Okay.
as a place of differentiation between us beings, infinite beings, as infinite beings. In other words, everywhere
Holy shit.
where we're using money as the differentiation, just like the little kids did. She felt like the little
Yeah.
kids did with her because she was
Well off.
well off and she felt like, she was spoiled or whatever. They thought that she was spoiled. That's a place of differentiation. So everywhere where you play any place of differentiation between you as infinite beings, all of you on earth, oh, and in the stars, would you destroy and uncreate now, please? Take a deep breath.
Yes.
Ooh, that's clearing for the world. Thanks, y'all.
God. I almost feel lightheaded from that. So, I mean, how much of that comes back to judgment
Exactly.
and self-judgment? And
Exactly.
what's the value of holding on to any judgment anymore?
Mm.
Yeah. It's funny. I told my husband over the weekend or Friday night, I was like, I guess I just decided that it was okay for me to be as weird as I can, and it's like I told him, I said, I'm not going out of my way to be weird. So this is just
I love that you had this
innate.
conversation with your husband. It's so cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
like who out there, I mean, and you don't have to answer on the chat, we're not gonna, but how many of you really feel like I can't even be my innate weirdness because I'm afraid of being judged, right?
Yeah.
And how much of that judgment is making you kind of, twerk and fit yourself into somebody else's box so that you couldn't even feel the frequency of freedom. Forget about money freedom. You can't even feel freedom because you can't even be free of
Ooh,
judgment of
girl,
others.
you're on it right there. Hi, Chihuahua.
Just took us 50 minutes to get there.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I'll
So,
let that go.
well, yes. Um, how would you describe a fair energy exchange?
Good question.
I think that is a good question because I think that just the fact that you're calling it an energetic exchange energetically for me feels a little heavy. It's like a one-to-one.
Yeah, remember, there's more than enough abundance, more
Yeah.
than enough. And we expect miracles. But if you have to, if the place that you are at is to first see it as an exchange, then look at it this way. Amanda Frances says she never separates from money without feeling good about it, right?
Yeah.
And she writes that even when she pays taxes, I mean, some people might, but nobody really loves paying taxes, right?
Yeah.
But we understand that it goes back to the government and it with
Course.
schools and I mean keeps us safe and there's disaster relief things like that, right? So when she does part with her money for taxes, she also remembers that if she's paying money for taxes and that number's high, it's because she had a really good year in business. And when she looks at that, she was like, well, look, I had to find a way to feel really good about parting with this money. So she says to herself when she sees the bill for the taxes, she says, well, good job, Amanda. You did really well. You made a ton of money because look at your statement.
I'm paying.
Yeah, because look at how much I'm paying. So in that way, she has an exchange. But when she makes that exchange, she does it with feeling good.
Yeah.
So if my mother was in the same situation, which she's not, but if she was, and I decided to give her money again, I don't have to, but the better
If you
way
choose to.
if I choose to, find a way to feel good about giving the money,
Yeah.
right? And so that is maybe the exchange that you could look at it from and really shift that frequency so that when you're parting with money, you know, every time you write the check for the electricity bill, you're like, thank goodness I got that lights on because I don't really like eating my food in the dark, right? And I'm like, well, thank goodness for the electricity bill because I know I set in my air conditioner here in the Texas heat because oh my goodness, if my air conditioner goes out and we didn't have an electricity,
We will die.
yeah,
We will die.
we
I'm sure there's other Texans out there that will die too.
mine has fire candles. Because I got an old AC, so we're like out there lighting prayer candles. For real though, like, and so I know that when we write the electricity bill, like when we write the check for that, like I'm grateful. So parting with that money in a way that it feels good.
Yeah. Everywhere the word borrowed is something that you actually do in your reality, unless it's actually borrowing to invest in something else. Would you just try and uncreate that?
Yes. Say that again.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was one that would trigger you. I mean, not trigger, but be
Sure.
in your system,
I don't even know if it landed.
be in your system so much that you couldn't hear
I
it.
couldn't hear it.
Right, because that is a paradigm. So everywhere where you use the word borrow in when it comes to money,
Okay.
will you destroy and uncreate? And I'll tell you why.
Yes.
Yeah. I do think it's okay if you're borrowing it to invest in yourself or borrowing it because it will bring in more and you know it'll bring in more. But I don't really believe in letting somebody borrow money ever.
Mhm.
Because because I've been taught and in my belief system, if somebody asks me for money, then I am giving them money.
Yeah.
There is nothing in my belief system that a person to person is like, I need to borrow this. It would always be me giving it. And I was raised that way.
Yeah. My grandpa used to always say the fastest way to lose friends is to give them money.
Yep. Well, that must have been in the Bible or something because my dad had that one too. So yeah, it's, if you're still doing that, it's time to kind of cut off the faucet because that will make you not want to have
There's the
money
resentment.
because you will resent it. And that's a frequency,
Yeah.
right? So all these feelings and these emotions, like you have to be like, I can't wait to help this business owner.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't read the end of this. She's like, I need their help and they are all giving me tough love instead of helping me. Okay. Well, there's the lesson in it. And what if you would have been the one that gave the tough love? Because, like I said earlier, sometimes it's the tough love that really allows us to thrive because then we have to stand on our own 2 feet and go, fuck you, fuck all of them, watch me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it can
So,
give you a definitely more passion in your belly, right?
yeah,
More fire. I
yeah.
get it though.
Gives you a fire.
Get exactly what you're saying. All your family members borrowed from you because you saved your money. And then now that you need it, they're trying to give you tough love. They're probably just saying that what's coming up in my awareness is that they're probably just saying that because they don't have the money to lend you. So like, oh, let me give you tough love. It's not the same exactly, but
I mean, it seems like within a family, there's this borrow thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I would say, if it behoves you, if it makes you feel freer, man, just
Yeah.
turn on, yeah.
Turn on.
Like that fire.
Yeah.
I know. I know that none of that, nothing I say right now will probably make you feel any better. But if you can find a place where you can find the relief around the charge of it and be like, you know what? I forgive you. Seriously, I forgive you. Yes, I probably will never give you money again, but I forgive you. And just find a little bit of forgiveness for the way that they're approaching the, reciprocation there.
And feel damn good that you helped him out when you could.
Yeah,
Has-
you're a baddie girl.
Yeah,
Just know that.
yeah,
You're an amazing, amazing human being.
yeah.
You got this. You don't really need them.
Some of you guys that I know, it's just funny, some of your things. You're like, what about as weird as I am?
I love you.
Yeah,
Everybody. See, this is the place where you can come and be weird.
yeah.
Totally.
Just a reminder, tomorrow is the Mystique Societe, which is our inner circle. We meet once a month and we just have about a 2.5 hour powwow. And I would love to invite you guys all to it. It is happening tomorrow. So I'm going to put the link in the chat and the link will be around. We only went through 5 questions that were on my list, by the way, here, and there is 20. So if we want to keep exploring this tomorrow during Mystique, we could definitely can. And if we can also just follow the energy and make it super expansive in all regards. But here's what I want to leave you with.
And while she's doing that, for the person that felt some type of way about the money for the family, because I've been there with you, just email me at team@howhustled.com and let me send you a couple clearings that we can do together. And I don't want you to feel stuck, and I don't want anyone to ever feel stuck on this
Agreed.
show.
Agreed.
So just message me directly and we'll get you hooked up, girl. Let's do this together. I think it was a girl, I'm not sure, but let's just do this together. We got this. You got this.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, we can keep exploring this throughout the show too. I mean, this money topic is something that I'm currently obsessed with. But I want to leave you with this. What if the frequencies like love, gratitude, power, uh, choice, even, what if all those frequencies you can be because you're an infinite being? And you can also be money at that higher frequency too, and allow it to come in all ways. The universe does not require you to work for money. It does not require hard work. It requires you to tap into yourself, trust yourself, and follow your desires. And if you follow your desires and you follow them unabashedly, the universe has your back always. I've seen this over and over again. I've seen it through clients. I've seen it. And I have to say, I trust this now. It's just taken 50 some years. All right, you guys, Mystique, we'll see you tomorrow if you want to join, or if you have questions about it. If you look at the join page and you don't know what you're doing with it and you're confused, please email us because, well, first of all, that helps us know, heck, that page doesn't make any sense. So let's make a change around it. And we also know that, people, don't understand what we're doing with it. There's a ton of other things on that page. You get priority access during summits when we've got speakers where we can't take all the hands that are raised. You get 10% off all special offers. You get half off sessions with Lianka or myself. I mean, you get so much. We're doing it with the Growth Day app, and every single day you can be on the Growth Day app and really get inspired. I mean, there are some real top conscious beings
Yeah.
on there that are giving messages that you can just immerse you into this work. And we will be doing some more meditations and a Friday series in September. So lots and lots of stuff to like just keep you going, keep you moving forward, keep you trusting yourself, keep you following your desires.
Keep you
There
making
was a
money.
there yesterday,
Yeah.
Ed Milet, did you hear that one on Growth Day?
I didn't.
He was talking, he was so much in debt that he, couldn't pay for his water.
Wow.
And now it's like, I live on the water and I have two houses, one on a lake and one on a beachfront.
Y'all,
And
this stuff is real.
and he said, and it was all about me changing my environment, getting around people and their frequencies were more abundant. And he just kind of shared his whole journey to finding a group of people to create a different environment for himself.
And let me just say, this is what the mystique is. Now it's productivity meets,
Yeah.
all of the different, be as weird as you can, ask all your
Follow your
questions.
desires.
There's no judgment.
Be
Follow,
money.
right? Be money, be strange, be the light worker, be the person that's communicating
Be
with.
hot and sexy.
Oh, I'll do that for extraterrestrials, right? Be the person that's communicating with angelic realm and bring all of that to this community. This is what the show is about. This is what the mystique is about. So, really just being all of you and creating that change that you want to see in the world.
I just want to thank you guys for your vulnerability around these
Yes,
limiting
thank
beliefs.
you. Thank
And
you.
thank you guys for just being with it and flowing with it because I know that these are touchy subjects. I mean, they can be touchy. Touch.
I felt.
Touchy. Bitey.
Well, thank you, everyone. Be sure to join us at www.howithustle.com. Make sure you're getting signed up on our newsletter to get all of the free gifts as well.
And if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, and hit the bell, please.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah, bye, everyone.